Alright guys, so it's been a while since we've talked or I've done a vlog, etc. Been doing a lot of fab work and stuff the last 2-3 weeks, so I haven't really had time to do anything to a car and put it on the dyno, whatever. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll just show you around the shop here and show you kind of the projects that are going on. And I think next week I got something else that I'm going to throw up on the dyno for you. So let's start this off. Alright, so this is Excessive Auto Sports. It's a little bit of a mess right now. Let me kind of go through what we have in here and what I can show you. It's a GT500, I think it's a 2014. It's got a meth kit on it. Intake, exhaust, a couple small things. It's having some gas mileage issues. So that's about all we're doing with that right now. This is the Supra that we did. We did a motor build and did all the fab work and everything. As you can see, it's all torn apart. Doing a cage in it. The main hoop bar is sitting right over there. This 350Z. I'm doing a single turbo setup on. This is got a 6262 precision turbo. You can see there. The hot side's all done. Just finishing up some intercooler stuff. I'll show you underneath here. Hold on. Alright, you can take a look at the fab work underneath here. This is one of the projects I've been busy working on. You can see if I can get focus here. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, let's take you over this one. Chevy truck, we're also doing a turbo setup on. It's got an LS, say 5.3 iron block, I believe, with a single turbo. It's coming along pretty good. We're going to side exit this one out the fender. It's a blow-through carb car here for a tune. Sorting out some ignition issues at this point. Pretty nice looking car though. Here's a spec Miata. We did a motor swap on. We work on quite a few of these spec Miatas and PT Miatas for a few guys here in town that avidly race these. They pretty much go wherever. These aren't just like MAM cars or anything like that, or just Brainerd. One of the guys travels, goes to Laguna Seca, all over the place. This Lexus here, it's an IS 300. It has a 2J bottom end, cam, simple things like that. Makes pretty good power. We're inspecting a noise right now with this. This S2000 in the back here has a Hurt motor. Customer does a lot of autocrossing and things like that with it. It's pretty common problem if you do a lot of that stuff. There's can be some oil starvation issues with them. So it actually took out a number 2 rod bearing. Like I said, fairly common with those. So we're fixing that issue with it, and we're gonna throw in an oil pan baffle and some other upgraded little goodies to get that guy back on the road. This one here, I can't really tell you about right now. This is the dyno, the all-wheel drive chassis dyno that we work on. This is a fully loaded Dyno-Jet dyno. A little bit about it, it's got 2 eddy current motors on the side here. Each one's capable of holding back about 1,800 foot-pounds of torque. This belt on the side here is the link belt. Connects to the front and rear rollers on the dyno. Essentially what that does is take some load off of that transfer case on some of the big power all-wheelers. So, well, that's pretty much the basics. Oh, other than this guy here, this is that One Lap of America Vet. It was done by Mallet back in, I think, 96. It's a blower car. It also sat in the Corvette Museum for quite a while. The customer who recently purchased it is going to do some racing with it again, so we actually updated the computer setup in it and a couple other things, so we just got to finish that up and get it back up on the dyno. But yeah, that's about it. So I almost forgot to talk about that Jeep. The Jeep's sitting here. The turbo kit stuff's all done and fabbed up. We actually have the TCM and the valve body from the trans are actually sent off right now, getting some modifications done to them. Here's all the fab stuff for it. Most of it anyways. That's not installed on it anyways right now. As soon as we get all those parts back, we'll throw that one together, and then we get to throw that up on the dyno and see how much power we're making with that. That should be a pretty impressive one too. So, alright guys, that's kind of the basics of what's going on around the shop. I'd love to put another car on the dyno or another vehicle or whatever, but I just didn't have time with everything that's going on and all the fab jobs and stuff to really work on anything else. And I've been tossing around the idea of doing something unique with maybe something that's not a car. So hopefully we can get back on that dyno and do some cool stuff. But I will end this one with some dyno pulls of a Nova with an F3 ProCharger on it. If you're not familiar with that, it's a really big ProCharger. Alright guys, see you later.